Hi, I'm Christopher Kaiser, professor of philosophy and chair of the Department of Philosophy at Loyola Marymount University. And the title of this short talk is If 2 plus 2 equals 4, then God exists. Aristotle, Aquinas, Anselm, and William Lane Craig provide famous reasons to think that God exists. Less well known is the argument provided by that African intellectual, Augustine of Hippo. In his fantastic book, Five Proofs for the Existence of God, Edward Feser breaks down this argument at length. But inspired by Augustine, let's provide a briefer version of the argument now. Let's begin with the reality that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Some realities exist in matter. A dog is made of muscles, bones, and fur. A house is made of wood and nails. Other realities exist in the mind. My memories of watching the Grateful Dead in concert exist in my mind, and your beliefs about chocolate and about your mother exist in your mind. Does the reality that 2 plus 2 equals 4 exist in mind or in matter? Material objects have a certain weight, length, and density. But the reality that 2 plus 2 equals 4 does not have a particular weight, length, or density. And so it is not a material reality. Moreover, material realities depend on matter for their continued existence. When the snow melts, the snowman is gone. But 2 plus 2 equals 4 is not a reality that would go out of existence if everyone burned all the math books. Mathematical realities can be represented in written symbols or spoken words, but the reality of mathematical truth does not depend upon the representation of that truth. The reality of 2 plus 2 equals 4 was true before anyone said it or anyone wrote it down. So it is not a material reality. Rather, this truth is a mental reality that exists in my mind and in your mind. Mental realities depend on the mind for their existence. If my mind is destroyed, gone will be my memories of playing soccer at Northwest Soccer Camp with Michelle Akers and practicing jiu-jitsu with Hoist Gracie. If your mind is destroyed, gone will be your beliefs about your mother and beliefs about chocolate. Yet the reality that 2 plus 2 equals 4 would not be destroyed, even if every human mind were destroyed. It was true before any human being knew it, and it would remain true even if all human beings ceased to exist. Mathematical realities like 2 plus 2 equals 4 are timeless, intelligible, unchanging, and unchangeable. So, since the reality of 2 plus 2 equals 4 is a timeless and unchanging reality, it cannot depend upon a contingent mind that is changing and in time. Rather, the reality that 2 plus 2 equals 4 must exist in a mind that is not in time and not changeless, a necessary mind that can ground at this necessary truth. Moreover, 2 plus 2 equals 4 is not the only mathematical reality. Indeed, there are an infinite number of mathematical realities just in terms of addition. 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4, 5 plus 5, etc. There are countless more mathematical realities in terms of subtraction, division, multiplication, calculus, etc. But only an infinite mind can know infinite realities. It follows that there must exist a mind that is outside of time, necessarily existing, and knowing infinite realities. The word used in English for a necessarily existing, eternally understanding, and infinitely knowing mind is God. Now, at this point, someone might reply that 2 plus 2 equals 4 is not, in fact, an objective reality, grounded in mind or in matter. According to this view, 2 plus 2 equals 4 is just a collection of symbols, an idea that human beings just made up. Math is no more real than Cinderella's fairy godmother. Math is just a fictional story that doesn't give us factual truth. But if math is not real, then science is not real. As Paul Davies points out, the laws of physics are all expressed in mathematical equations. Take, for example, Newton's second law of motion, force equals mass times acceleration, or Einstein's equation, E equals mc squared. These formulas depend upon the truth of multiplication. So if math doesn't give us access to objective reality, then science also cannot give us access to objective reality. In fact, the fictional story is that mathematics is just a story human beings made up, like a fairy tale. Cinderella's fairy godmother cannot move a Boeing 747 from Los Angeles to Boston. Science can. Science gives us objective truths that make our technology possible. When human beings realized that the sun is hotter than ice, they discovered an objective truth. Likewise, when we realized that 2 plus 2 equals 4, we discovered an objective reality. So, since science is real, math must be factual, not fictional. Conclusion: it is an objective reality that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Mathematical realities don't exist as material objects with color, shape, and density. Rather, they exist in minds, your mind and in my mind. Right. Mathematical realities like 2 plus 2 equals 4 are unchanging truths, eternal truths that don't come into existence and cannot go out of existence. And so they cannot depend on minds like ours that come into existence and go out of existence. So there must exist a mind that is necessarily existing, eternally knowing, and infinitely understanding. This mind, Augustine calls God. What do you think? You can let me know in the comments.